Welcome back to Smart Dollar Mindset, the channel that helps you achieve financial freedom through smart money habits and investing. Today's topic is one that hits close to home for many people: credit cards I wish I hadn't gotten. If you've ever signed up for a credit card because of a shiny offer, flashy rewards, or pressure at a store checkout, only to regret it later, you're not alone. Credit cards can be powerful tools, but they can also be dangerous traps when not chosen wisely. In this video, we're going to break down the types of credit cards that end up doing more harm than good, why they create long-term financial problems, and the smarter alternatives that could actually help you build wealth instead of debt. Stick around until the end, because I'll not only reveal the mistakes I made with certain credit cards, but also how you can avoid falling into the same traps, and what steps you can take to finally use credit responsibly, in a way that serves your financial goals instead of sabotaging them. Why this topic matters: credit cards are everywhere. They're marketed as status symbols, financial lifelines, and keys to freedom. Banks spend billions every year convincing us that these pieces of plastic are the gateway to a better life. But the truth? Many credit cards end up becoming shackles instead of wings. Millions of people are carrying high-interest balances, stuck making minimum payments, and wondering how they ever got into this mess. And for many, it started with signing up for the wrong kind of credit card. That's why this conversation is so important, because avoiding the wrong cards can save you thousands of dollars, years of stress, and a whole lot of regret. Credit card #1. Store credit cards. Let's start with one of the biggest traps: store credit cards. You know the pitch. You're at the checkout, about to buy clothes or electronics, and the cashier says, "Would you like to open a card today and save 20% on your purchase?" It sounds tempting. A quick discount, maybe some points or rewards. But here's the reality: store cards often carry interest rates of 25% or higher. The rewards are limited. You can only use them at that store. The discounts are often one-time only, and you pay for them later in interest. Example: you sign up for a department store card to save $50 on a $250 purchase. If you don't pay the balance in full, that 25% interest will eat up that $50 discount in just a few months. Suddenly, that deal isn't a deal at all. The regret comes later when you realize the card did nothing to build your wealth. It just locked you into spending more at one store. Credit card #2. High annual fee cards you can't justify. Premium cards can be great if you use their benefits, but many people fall into the trap of thinking, if it costs $500 a year, it must be good. But here's the catch: if you're not traveling often, not using the perks, and not maximizing the rewards, you're wasting money. I once signed up for a premium travel card with a $450 annual fee, thinking I'd get massive value from the lounge access and free nights. But life got busy and I hardly traveled that year. I ended up paying more in fees than I got back in rewards. The lesson? A card should fit your lifestyle, not the other way around. If you're not going to use the perks, skip the fee. Credit card #3, subprime or credit rebuilder cards. For people with poor or no credit, subprime cards are heavily marketed as a solution. They promise approval, but the fine print is brutal: $75, $100 annual fees for cards with $300 limits. Monthly maintenance fees. Sky-high APRs. These cards don't actually help you build credit much faster, but they do drain your wallet with fees. A smarter alternative? Secured credit cards from reputable banks. You put down a deposit, use the card responsibly, and graduate to better cards without wasting money on junk fees. Credit card #4. Cards with tricky reward programs. Some cards lure you in with complicated reward systems, rotating categories, spending caps, or miles that can only be redeemed through limited portals. At first, it feels exciting, like you're gaming the system. But if you're not super organized, you miss out on rewards or end up spending more just to earn points. I had one of these rotating category cards, and more than once I found myself buying things I didn't need just to hit the bonus category. Instead of saving money, I wasted it. Rewards should be simple. If the system makes you work harder than it saves you money, it's not worth it. Credit card #5, balance transfer traps. Balance transfer cards can be lifesavers if you use them wisely, but they can also backfire. Here's why. The 0% interest period is temporary. Once it ends, the rates skyrocket. There are usually transfer fees, 3–5% of the balance. Many people don't actually pay off the balance during the promo period, and then they're worse off than before. I once transferred $5,000 to a 0% card, thinking I'd pay it off in a year. But life happened, I missed my target, and suddenly I was hit with a 24% APR. That solution cost me more in the long run. The lesson? Balance transfers work only if you commit to paying off the debt completely before the promo ends. Otherwise, you're digging deeper. The psychology behind credit card mistakes. Why do we fall for these cards? Because they're designed to play on psychology, the promise of instant rewards, the illusion of savings, the idea that we deserve perks. But what we really deserve is financial peace. And no flashy credit card is worth sacrificing that. How to avoid credit card regret. So how do you avoid making these mistakes? Follow these steps. Read the fine print. Know the APR, fees, and terms. Match cards to your lifestyle. Don't get a travel card if you don't travel. Avoid impulse applications. Never sign up for a card at a checkout line. Focus on simplicity. Choose cards with straightforward rewards. Prioritize your credit. Health. A good credit score comes from responsible use, not from having 10 different cards. At some point, I realized something powerful. The best credit cards don't make you rich. They only save you a little on the side. The real wealth comes from managing your money, living below your means, and investing the difference. That mindset shift changed everything for me. Once I stopped chasing rewards and started focusing on building assets, my financial life transformed. Final thoughts. Looking back, I can see how easily the allure of credit cards lured me into a trap. I thought I was making savvy choices, flaunting my cards and feeling empowered, yet behind that facade lay the relentless burden of debt. It wasn't until I began tracking my expenses and understanding my financial habits that I broke free from that illusion. Each lesson carved a new path, leading me toward prioritizing genuine financial health over fleeting gratification. By embracing responsibility, I forged a new relationship with money, rejecting the fleeting pleasures that credit cards promised but never delivered. Instead, I sought true fulfillment through prudent choices and careful planning. The journey to financial freedom isn't merely about resisting temptation, it's about cultivating habits that enhance your wealth. You must regularly assess your goals and redefine your relationship with money, making decisions grounded in long-term vision rather than short-term desires. Consider every purchase in the context of your future ambitions. Will it help you achieve your goals or serve as a distraction? This shift in perspective is what empowers you to take meaningful action toward achieving true independence, ultimately creating a life filled with purpose rather than one dictated by debt. It's time to reframe how you view money. Think of it as a resource to be cultivated, not a chance to show off. Each dollar spent should resonate with your values and aspirations, leading to a life that reflects your true ambitions. As you navigate this transformative journey, let clarity and intention guide your actions, ensuring each financial decision echoes your commitment to lasting prosperity. Remember, every step you take toward financial independence empowers you to build a life unburdened by debt. Embrace the lessons learned and let your experiences shape a wiser, more intentional approach toward managing your resources. It's in this mindset that you will find your true wealth, fostering a brighter financial future ahead. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this video, subscribe to Smart Dollar Mindset. We're building a community of people who are done with financial stress and ready to create lasting wealth through smart habits and investing. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the strategies that could change your life.